Hey guys, I'm back with a quick video. This is going to be one of my hot take videos, if you will. So I've been out for the last week, so I've been trying to catch up on the news, and it seems like quite a bit of stuff has happened in the last week. But something I saw this morning, which it doesn't really surprise me, but it's still, I think, newsworthy and it's kind of dirty. So we know that Bernie Sanders has decided to run in 2020. He announced it this past few days ago, I think, actually. So the DNC is reportedly planning to ask 2020 candidates to certify in writing that they plan to run and, if elected, serve as Democrats. Now, I think this is kind of their step one in their playbook to try to oust people like Bernie Sanders and Tulsi Gabbard. I mean, the timing of this certification that they want is rather dubious at best, because it literally came out right after Bernie announced his campaign for 2020. So, to continue, top party officials plan to meet with campaigns next week, according to CNN, and will ask candidates to sign an affirmation form committing to run as Democrats. The DNC will present presidential campaigns that have currently announced their candidacy or the creation of an exploratory committee with the rules and other materials next week at a briefing, and this will include the candidate affirmation form, a DNC official told the network. As any additional candidates enter the race, they'll be provided with the same information and will be required to return the form in the same time frame. The news conference comes after Senator Bernie Sanders announced that he would run for president again. Sanders, an independent who caucuses with Democrats, ran as a Democrat in 2016 before losing the presidential nomination to Hillary Clinton. So I think this is an important point, mainly because Bernie in Vermont runs as an independent, but yet he's, like they say, he caucuses with the Democrats, and so he does take advantage of the groundwork that the DNC does. But I think in the case of just a statewide election, Bernie, he's okay to just simply run as an independent. I don't think it really affects his chances. Whereas on a national stage, he's pragmatic. He knows if he was to run as an independent for president, that would split the vote on the left, and it would pretty much guarantee a win for the Republicans in 2020. So he knows this. And much like with Tulsi Gabbard, I think Bernie Sanders is the best chance of beating Trump in 2020, either Tulsi or Bernie Sanders. So, if anything, yes, he takes advantage of the DNC, but he doesn't really do a lot for the DNC. The DNC should realize that he is their best chance, and they should be begging him to run. They should be begging to help him and to provide their resources to him. So I think this is them trying to oust Sanders, which is, he's not a mainstream Democrat. He's definitely not a corporate Democrat. If anything, he's complete opposite of that. So, but anyways, let's see here. Last June, the DNC adopted a new rule requiring Democratic presidential candidates to publicly affirm that they would run and serve as Democrats. The new policy was seen as a response to Sanders' outsider candidacy. Sanders, whose campaign says it raised over $4 million since announcing yesterday, joined a field of Democratic candidates that share many of his progressive values and is already seen as a frontrunner in the crowded race. The Sanders campaign did not immediately return CNN's request, blah, blah, blah. So, what's interesting about this, I think that this is a gotcha moment for, or let me rephrase that. The DNC is trying to do a gotcha moment for Bernie Sanders. They're trying to get him to say, you're going to toe the line or we're not going to help you, which we kind of saw that with 2016, which I know a lot of people were not happy that Bernie kind of bent the knee after he lost to Hillary Clinton, which I think, we all know that he lost because the DNC cheated him out of the nomination. And so they're trying to do this again, because we all know that they're going to be pushing for corporate, establishment Democrats like Kamala Harris. They're trying to, because Bernie is an old white man, that's a big no-no in today's political climate. They want people who are a minority, people who are female. To the DNC right now, skin color and your gender is way more important than your policy. And Bernie is about as far left as they come. And so he should be a perfect fit for the DNC, because the DNC seems to be embracing very far left policies. When you see with their the massive support you're seeing for Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. At least in the media, that's the case, not necessarily the DNC. So, but yet, Bernie, who is very, very progressive, I mean, he is a self-avowed socialist. They just, to them, that his policy stances don't mean anything to them. What they care about is skin color and his gender. So I don't think Bernie's going to make it. I think he's going to be considered, last election cycle news. I think he's going to be ousted very quickly. I think the media is going to essentially collude with the DNC to minimize Bernie Sanders' coverage. So we'll see that unfold. I mean, that's my prediction. But anyways, I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to get back into reading the news. I've been pretty disconnected for the last week. But if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe if you like my content. And if you disagree with me, or there's points to this I missed or anything, please comment. And I definitely like to engage with any of the comments to my videos. Anyways, appreciate it, guys. Thank you.